What a headshot! What a head!
How's it, guys? This is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now in this video, I'll be taking you through my final draft for Game Week 1. So a quick reminder that we do have a few days left to that Game Week 1 deadline on Friday, and I'll be doing a deadline stream 1 hour before the deadline with the usual suit on for deadline day. So if I see you guys there, but if not, just make sure that you watch my final video to get my most up-to-date team, and that's what I'll be showing you guys in this video. So I think I've finally come upon a draft that I'm pretty happy with. I will be doing a team selection though late in the week to confirm the captaincy debate as well as the benching order, but this will be my final draft that I do for preseason. So in the comments down below, how's your draft looking? How settled are you as well? I've seen a lot of people kind of changing their draft basically every day. And thanks for the comments on yesterday's Dom Solanke draft. But if you guys are hyped for the upcoming season and you guys want to see my final draft, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. So just a reminder about the YouTube memberships that we do have on the channel. I do always appreciate the support. Thanks to all of you that have joined this preseason. And we do have a few tiers of membership. Now the first two are simply just to kind of show support as well as get access to some Discord channels. But the highest membership, the Legend members, do get my live transfers when I make them. Now just an explanation on that. Let's for example say I do a transfer on Wednesday evening before a price rise. I will drop a message to the Legend members on Discord and YouTube that I'm going to make that move. But all content on my channel is free, so if I do a transfer plan video on the previous Monday, I'll talk about the moves that I'm looking to make. If I do a team selection on Thursday, after I've done the move, I'll confirm that in the video. And then on the live streams, if we do make a live transfer, everyone will get that. It's just if I make a transfer during the week before price rises. Now, if you guys do become a member, whatever the tier, I would heavily recommend that you guys join the Discord server. Once you're on Discord, link your YouTube account, and that'll automatically give you access to those channels. Now, even if you guys aren't a member, please join the Discord. There are lots of free channels, and I'm a lot better at replying to messages over there than the YouTube comments. I just wanted to give you guys a reminder, as I always get questions, we're going to come to Game Week 2 and people are going to ask me why I didn't announce every transfer. So I just want to set it up before the season starts. Once again, thanks to everyone that's become a new member. I do appreciate it, whatever the tier. Even if you guys are just watching this video and liking it, much love for the support. But let's get into what you guys are all here for, the draft that's going to propel us to 5 top 10k finishers. You've heard it here first, and I'll be going over it in the usual order of importance to the bench fodder. So the first player that I'm going to name drop is going to be Erling Haaland. The Norwegian at 15.0 million has left none of my drafts, except for the video that I did on a no Haaland draft. Now, although Man City's display in the Community Shield wasn't what you probably wanted to see, would have loved if Erling Haaland scored a goal or at least looked a bit better. But it is a preseason friendly at the end of the day, and therefore the expectations weren't that high. But I'm backing Man City and Erling Haaland to have a great start to the season. I think the majority of the FPL community is coming around to the fact that Erling Haaland is pretty essential. Those no Haaland drafts are definitely dipped off as we get closer to that Game Week 1 deadline. So you guys let me know if you are a no Haaland kind of drafter. How's that team looking, and are you confident about sticking with it? Now the next player is going to be a little bit of an upset, I think. It's not Mo Salah, it's actually Saka. Now I will explain my reasons behind kind of downgrading Salah to Saka, but I just prefer the team around him, and the fact is I wasn't looking to captain Salah in Game Week 1. So I think that you guys have to look at that captaincy decision. If you guys are captaining Salah, then go for it, but if you're not, I might recommend dropping him to a cheaper option, as that'll improve the team overall. But I know this might be a little bit of a kind of big controversial topic, but don't worry, I'll explain later on why I downgraded Salah. Now you guys, I'll be looking at these two options, Haaland and Saka, and wondering where's the captaincy armband. Well, I actually have another striker. So yes, Isaac at the moment is my captain heading into Game Week 1, and that's because of that Southampton at home fixture. So I know I just spoke about not captaining Salah to a newly promoted side, now I'm captaining Isaac, but it's a home fixture and Eddie Howe's still at the club. There's just a few too many question marks under Liverpool. The new Salah position, how's he going to kind of line up? Away to a newly promoted side might be slightly tough, so I think Isaac might just be a little bit more trustworthy. So that's kind of the reason I didn't go for Salah, because I was going for Isaac or Haaland anyways, but Saka could also be a captaincy consideration. Now these three assets I think are going nowhere in my team unless I do upgrade Saka to Salah, and therefore I need to save some budget on the rest of the departments. So the next midfielder is Eze, a very nice kind of priced option. Crystal Palace didn't look too strong yesterday, but I still back Eze to start the season pretty well, and Mateta should be back any day now. So his stats look good, his price looks good, and that's why I'm fine picking him in the team, and he's been here since the first draft. Now the next option in Kunku, some question marks about potential playing time, didn't start the last Chelsea preseason friendly, but he might have just been rested and should be fine for the season. Now at his price point, plays for Chelsea hopefully covers Cole Palmer slightly, and from Game Week 2 onwards, you guys definitely want some Chelsea coverage. Now even at his price point, I haven't really looked at any other options, definitely the standout at 6.5 million. I just hope he stays fit and plays the majority of minutes. Now I'm going to complete our forward line, and this is where I've kind of shaken up the draft a bit. Now it all makes sense why I've downgraded Salah to Saka, and that's because I've gone for Dom Solanke up front. So if you guys watched my Dom Solanke video yesterday, this is a continuation from that one. Don't worry though, I have made changes to that draft, but I'm still going to stick with the big man up front. I just feel like after the comments from Ange, the fact that he seems like he's going to throw him in straight away from Game Week 1 just makes him really attractive at that 7.5 price tag. Let's face it, if we knew that Dom Solanke was going to play the majority of minutes, I think everyone would have him in their FPL teams, and that's why I think it's worth downgrading Salah to afford him up front. But you guys let me know what you think. Do you think it's going to be the template front 3 heading into Game Week 1's deadline, or are you still going for a cheaper option like a João Pedro or Chris Wood? I'm actually quite fond of this front line. You can always have some cash in the bank if you downgrade one of them, but the rest of the team still looks pretty good in my opinion. Now the reason the draft looks so good is just look at the defense. I've got Trent Alexander-Arnold here at 7.0 million, and that's because I downgraded Salah to Saka. Now the biggest thing I wanted from yesterday's preseason friendly was Trent to start and get good minutes, and he got about 73 minutes. So definitely first choice under slot. Now that I've seen he's played good minutes, I think he's fine for Game Week 1, and with the price downgrade, I think he's worth the value. Now Liverpool unfortunately defensively don't look as secure as I would like them, but you guys know Trent has that massive scoring potential. Talking about potential, our next defender also offers that. It's Guardiola, but he could easily become Gabriel at the same price point. So I am slightly nervous about not going with any Arsenal defensive coverage into Game Week 1, but I feel like Man City have the better fixtures for the opening run. Now Man City did concede to United in the Community Shield, so let's hope they tighten things up at the back from Game Week 1 onwards. But as mentioned, quite close between him and Gabriel or Saliba at the moment, so I could easily switch one out for the other. Now goalkeeper at the moment is actually going to be Henderson. I've swapped out Flecken for Henderson as I wanted some Crystal Palace coverage. I didn't want to double up, but I have changed my defense around. So at the moment Henderson at 4.5, between him, Flecken, maybe a Salah for Nottingham Forest, that's where my current expectations are going to be. But if I have no other Crystal Palace defenders, Henderson's an easy decision. So yes, I might have actually dropped the boy Anderson who I've been preaching about for the entire preseason, but I have actually upgraded him to someone better. Now I'm going to jump to our last midfielder, and this kind of price point was around the 6.5 bracket. You guys know I really like Leon Bailey, but I'm now concerned because he was benched in the last preseason friendly, and Ramsey and Rodgers played out wide. So I've gone a little bit cold on Bailey at the moment, just because even if he starts, he might be subbed off, and you want your attackers to play the majority of minutes. So at that 6.5 bracket, he's not someone that kind of shouts out to me that I really like, and that's why I've dropped this to a 5.5. So another 5.5 that I've been preaching about is either Andreas or Smith Rowe. I'm going to put Smith Rowe here because I do favor him, and in the last 2 friendlies, he scored 2 goals and got the majority of minutes. So I just think with this kind of new signing, he's going to be a kind of great asset for Fulham, and at 5.5, I think he's the best option. Now you guys can go for some variations here. If you still like Andreas, that's 100%. I was just worried about the potential transfer rumors. Even if you guys disagree with me, is there 6.5 that I'm missing out on? Someone like a Gibbs White, for example, could be good, but I prefer splitting the budget between the midfield and the defense. So I could have gone for a 6.5 and a 4.5 defender, but I've gone for a 5.5, and that's Pedro Porro. So if you guys are into the stats and the kind of prediction models, you'll know Pedro Porro is a massive favorite, and I'm quite happy that I managed to fit him into my defense. So as mentioned, just look at that defense. Trent, Guardiola, and Porro. Doesn't get much better than that, to be honest. So that starting 11 for me looks absolutely outstanding. Let's finish off the bench. So to accompany our 4.0 goalkeeper is going to be Konza at 4.5 million, and the reason he's here is because he rotates with Pedro Porro quite nicely. So just go look at that kind of rotation when you guys do have time. It fits almost perfectly. So he's going to be our 4.5. Seems like he should be nailed at Aston Villa. At least I hope so, as I do need that rotation when Spurs have tough fixtures. Then our final 2 bench fodder options, I'm still on Bergville at 4.5. The 4.5 midfielder though isn't as essential, but I want to go for a nice punt one, and and that's going to be the Spurs man at the cheaper price point. Now, I'm not saying that he's nailed, please don't think he is nailed, but does have a good chance of playing in an attacking position. So I've gone from 0 Spurs to 3 Spurs in my latest draft. That probably tells you there might be something wrong here. In our final option 4.0 hardwood, Belle's been here kind of since the start. I'm going to ignore the fact that he doesn't play FPL and says it's a waste of time. I just hope he gets me some points this season if needed. So the bench pretty kind of average, at least we do have a 4.5 defender though for that coverage. But I guess what I could do is downgrade Konza to Barco and then upgrade Porro to someone like a Gabriel. But let me know what you guys think about this draft in the comments down below on the Discord server, and as mentioned, post your drafts down below. Now I just want to go into a little bit of a variation here if you guys do want Mo Salah, and the reason I actually downgraded Salah to Saka, and that's because of the price difference allows you to upgrade. So I'm going to show you the draft that I would have gone for if I did include Salah, and that will be downgrading Trent to a 4.5. So the debate I want to have is, do you think Saka plus Trent is better than Salah plus Anderson? And that's where the Captaincy debate comes into account, because then it could be worth it. But if I'm not going to captain Salah, then I would much prefer the Saka plus Trent combination. And you guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys would decide. So when I put it that way, it does become a little bit clearer, I believe, and that's what you guys must do when you're drafting. But everyone has their different opinions. So just going back to the original draft with Saka and Trent, let me know what you guys think about this as mentioned, and I'll update you guys on any changes in the team selection coming up in a few days' time. But this is basically a wrap for the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Please don't forget to like if you didn't subscribe if you have subscribed yet. Tons of content from now to that Friday deadline, so make sure those notifications are turned on. But for the time being, I'm signing off. It's been Dayvy FPL, and I'm out. Cheers, bye.